Hey everyone, Chang here and welcome to my channel. Now for the past 3-ish weeks now, I went down this rabbit hole of trying to figure out different ways numbers can be misrepresented. Now, there are situations where it is fun, but tedious. You have to sit down and actually do a number of the math to truly understand what the hell they're talking about. Now, the other thing is the more simplistic one, which I find more fascinating because it is basically playing on the notion that we don't really think too deeply when they throw numbers in our faces. Now, this one today I want to talk about is the idea of betting on odds. Now, most of the time you'll see this probably in horse racing, dog racing, or any of that sort, but it could be applied in a range of sort of betting game. Now, the first thing I've seen is the terminology, the odds are, right? And odds are is such an ambiguous term. When I first heard about it, I didn't know what that really meant. Is it for something good to happen? Is it for something bad to happen? Odds are, and then they throw a number at you and then you're just supposed to understand that. Now, that's not really cool. So here's the thing. When they say odds, you have to clarify with whoever you're betting or placing a number. Are you betting on the odds for something to happen or the odds against something to happen? Because guess what? That plays a huge role in truly understanding what the numbers mean, right? Let's just say, for example, you have a 5 to 1. They might write it like that, or they might write it out 5 to 1. Now, odds for usually means the first number is in favor of whatever you're betting for, right? Where the second number is against or the negative result of what you're betting for. However, if they mean odds against, all of a sudden that first number means against whatever the favorable result or the, I guess, assumed result would be, and the second number is actually in favor of it. So you got to be careful because just that flip-flop means that all of a sudden you're betting on a probability that you thought was in your favor, but is actually against what you were expecting. So clarify that. Now, the second thing is this idea of the number itself, what it actually means. So a common one, 5 to 1, 2 to 1. 2 to 1 is actually very scary. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, right? And they have different things like 2 to 3, 3 to 4, doesn't matter, right? These are ratio. And that's the understanding that you need to truly get. Their ratio. So what does that mean? Especially the 2 to 1. Seems scary because it looks very similar to 1/2, but each and every one of them are ratio. So what they're doing, and I don't know how they sort of come up with these numbers, I guess average if they raced a lot, but then some of them are new horses, new dogs, no clue. But understand what they mean or are supposed to mean with these numbers. So 5 to 1, right? That means for every 5 win, if we're talking about odds for, there's going to be 1 loss. But what does that actually mean? That means that out of 6 hypothetical races, right? So 5 and 1, so you're going to talk about 6 hypothetical races. 5 of them that horse or dog will win. 1 of them that horse or dog will lose. So all of a sudden, this one, which maybe somehow seems like around what, 20% or so, is really not the case because you're talking about right here, 5 out of 6, and you can calculate the actual percentage of that, and 1 out of 6, you can calculate the actual percentage of that. So the other thing is, yes, once again, right? If this is odds against, all of a sudden your 5 to 6 is on the negative favor, and you're thinking you're betting for the good favor. It's a mess. Clarify this, understand what this means. Now this one I say is scary because we are so conditioned for clean numbers. So 2 to 1, we immediately, without really thinking about what this means, think about 1/2, when that's not actually the case, right? Once again, it's very similar to this one. There's 2 possibility of winning, 1 possibility of losing. So a hypothetical 3 races must be considered. 3 races. And so in those hypothetical 3 races, that means the favor is 2 times out of 3 that dog or horse will win, and 1 time out of 3 that dog or horse will lose, right? So that's a way that they sort of obscure the probability, obscure your true understanding of what you are betting. So not for or against, but if you're gonna be betting for horses, dogs, I wonder if there's cats, but anything, right? Understand, are you odds for, odds against, and truly understand the number. These are clean numbers. I'm sure there are more complicated numbers and there's probably other representation, but these are the common one that I've seen, and I really want you guys to make sure you truly understand what you are placing your money on. All right, well, fun little short videos. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully next time I'll bring you another way numbers sort of obscure your true understanding. All right, thank you for watching again. See you next time.